Good morning, Agent Wallace. We've got a new assignment for you. I'm patching you through to our American contact now. He'll fill you in with the details.
Your first problem of note are the inhabitants. They may not look like much, but they're fast and they're ravenous, so don't let them catch you. As they're attracted to both light and sound, we've elected not to arm you with any assault weapons. Too much attention would mean you'd be overrun. The extreme climate has turned this place into a barren wasteland. To combat this, the government built insulated biospheres in order to preserve the last civilizations of humanity and the vegetation needed for us to survive. But even these were soon overrun. To combat the undead problem, the government created a parasite said to be harmless against humans, but perfect for eliminating the undead. And well, let's just say, it kinda backfired. So, you may be running into a few of those in your stay. Oh, I forgot to mention the spiders are a little larger than you might usually see. But hey, you're Australian, right?
Charming fellow, isn't he? If you are to survive 100 days by yourself in this wasteland, we will see it as fit to return to and to recolonize. Should you fail, we shall remain here in the cold wastes of Alaska, where even parasites cannot endure for the foreseeable future. I have the utmost faith you will prevail, but just in case, I'll get to work drafting your obituary. Good luck, Agent. It looks like you're going to need it.
After being dropped off in the biosphere, I grabbed some seeds. I had no idea if food was going to be rare or not, so I just wanted to make sure I had something. And then after cutting down my first tree, I made wood tools. I even made a wood weapon. I never ever do that, but I was not taking any risks. I figured something would just jump out and kill me while I was trying to get stone, but luckily nothing did, and soon I had a full set of stone tools. I knew I'd have to light this place up quick, so I started cooking charcoal for torches. And after walking around, I noticed there was wildlife. And some melons, my first food source. As I got the melons, I could hear the zombies directly beneath me. I was concerned, but I wasn't about to dig down to investigate. Curious, I walked to the edge of the biosphere and saw wasteland as far as the eye could see. So, like 10 chunks. While peering into a crevice at the edge of the biosphere, I heard a zombie growl. I whipped around, and there he was in front of me. I frantically swung my stone axe at him, missing frequently. Scared for my life, I frantically threw all my spears, destroying him. After my brief but traumatizing encounter with that zombie, the wasteland outside looked positively peaceful. Eager to escape, I dug right through the side of the sphere and laddered skillfully down. I used the winning spear-axe combo to take out a hostile jelly cube. I knew that I could use its remains to create an indispensable tool that would end up saving my life on many occasions. Moments later, I found an exposed vein of iron ore. I quickly smelted it up and made a bucket. I looked around for a water source and found one close by in a ravine right next to the biosphere. As I was walking back to the biosphere, I noticed a spider. I needed its string for the special tool, so I killed it quickly. A zombie overheard the commotion and started to chase me. I would stay and fight, but I could see more glowing eyes in that cave and it was getting dark, so I knew the best option was to get back into the biosphere. A small swarm of zombies was gathering below, and the fear overclouded my judgment, and in my desperation to escape, I made a terrible mistake. I was tempted to use my water bucket to scale the rest of the biosphere, but after seeing the zombies' swimming abilities, I decided against it. Instead, I burrowed into the side of the biosphere and made an iron pickaxe, and my first proper weapon, a katana forged from iron. And after what seemed like an eternity, the horizon began to glow with a brilliant orange light. I started day 2 by dealing with the zombie horde that had amassed outside. And then I finished my little ladder up to the biosphere. After falling like an idiot, 2 zombies emerged from the darkness ready to strike, but I finished them quickly. One of them had been wearing a suit just like mine, but I decided not to dwell on that, and I boarded up the cave for safety. I made 9 acts to speed up wood collection, and found the perfect spot for my little farm. After gathering up some more seeds and wood, I built the foundations for something incredible. It's just a start, but I know that it has enormous potential. And after gathering up some wool, I slept for the first time. I got straight to work gathering up seeds on day 3, and spent them all. You take all my seeds, I swear. Well, now I have to tame you because I've invested so many stonks. Oh my god, you actual piece of shit. Ah, best friends forever. Not a great way to start the friendship, me smacking you. Oh, he's adorable. Anyway, after making my new friend, it was time to leave the biosphere once again. It may be harsh, but there are resources out there that I will need to survive these 100 days. I ventured into a nearby cave for some iron and encountered no hostiles. After leaving the cave, it wasn't long before I found an abandoned city. I gathered some resources, both functional and aesthetic. If I have to live here for 100 days, I might as well build something pretty. I entered a building, hoping to find something valuable, but the occupants retaliated. With one left, I swung and made a terrible miscalculation. Fuck! After my tragic loss, I descended the ladder deeper into the building to cleanse it of any hostiles, and I had my first encounter with a parasite. Ew. I left the building and then the city, but while heading back I saw something shiny. The sun was already dipping dangerously close to the horizon, but I wanted those diamonds, so I took the risk. After using my water bucket to safely enter the ravine, I collected my first 4 diamonds. I found 8 more nearby, and safely ascended the water stream, leaving the ravine unharmed with my prize. I made it back just as the sun had disappeared, but after re-entering the biosphere, I made a terrible discovery. A group of zombies scrambled out of the darkness, and with no complete shelter, I had no choice but to fight them, and wait for the sun to rise. There were many attacks that night, each with just enough time to heal, eat, and rehydrate in between. The most deadly attack was the last. I got distracted and let my guard down. Why are you so slow? Oh my god! Ew, I don't want to drink that now. Get out of here. Traumatized by night 3, I made a better weapon, and a better pickaxe. I then decided to work on the house, and as the day progressed, it actually became a house. The indispensable tool I mentioned earlier was the grappling hook, which I made in the morning of day 5, along with some much needed iron armor. Feeling a bit safer, I went out to do some mining, finding lapis, gold, iron, and coal. While mining, I noticed a man-made structure jutting out of the ravine wall, so I went to get a closer look. Unsurprisingly, a zombie emerged from the darkness. Him and his friend were in what appeared to be an abandoned subway. I tried to be clever here, but as you can tell, it didn't really do anything. While heading back, I reached the ravine next to my base, and I couldn't be bothered to walk around, so I had a bit of an oopsie-daisy moment. I got back to the biosphere with 1 heart, but with no food. If one of the zombies even winked at me, I'd probably explode. I was so desperate I ate the rotting flesh of the zombies I'd slain. I didn't know whether it could infect me or not, but I didn't care. I was alive. On days 6 and 7, I improved the agricultural output of the base by expanding the farm and establishing trade deals with the locals, whereby I would supply them with free housing, and in return they would give me wool, milk, and upon their death, their meat, regardless of the circumstances. Oh, you fatties. Woo! Cheap. I also started a small cocoa bean farm. Her Majesty will surely want some fresh chocolate bickies when she arrives. On day 8, I discovered that the drinking of milk could alleviate all negative effects brought on by eating rotten flesh, making it a viable food source. I then went to finally investigate the growling sounds underneath my farm, and discovered a new variant of the parasite. What the fuck is that? I finished off the zombies and lit up the nearby area. I soon realized I was under the influence of something, no doubt brought on by the parasite. But it didn't seem to be doing anything, so I didn't worry too much. I kept hearing strange noises like things were growing underground, but I couldn't locate the source, so I moved on. I decided I really wanted a jungle tree to be the centerpiece of my base, with the rest of the building built around it, so I planted a tree as close to the center of the biosphere as I could. On days 9 and 10, I kept culling the undeceased, delving deeper into the caves for more resources. I boarded up the caves, built a marker to make the exit easier to find, and built a little bridge crossing the pond. Oh, so modern. So functional. Let's make it a bit more fun. That's just not working for me. Luxury. Simply fab. Simply fab, darling. Oh, yes. I'm getting sidetracked as... What am I doing? I've got stuff to do, such as make red wool as well. Or blue. Oh, so delightfully random. Add some yellow as well. Okay, no, I'm done. Can you make love again yet? No? Okay, that's okay. On day 11, I made the bold choice to venture out into a lost city. Not one in the wasteland, an overrun one in the neighboring biosphere. And let's just say, I got a lot more than I bargained for. Oh, what big teeth you have. Rule 1 of the apocalypse. Watch your step. Well, as in, literally my case. Maybe... Oh, fuck. No. Oh my god. Oh my... What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh my god. Oh my god. I am the biggest idiot in the whole world. Let's go home. I've had enough of this. I didn't go home. But in hindsight, I probably should have. The first building yielded an anvil, and, well... Oh, that's brilliant. But my luck was soon to worsen. As the sun was setting, I got a comm from home base, alerting me to a terrible danger. I suppose there'll be no... Oh, fuck. It was a blood moon night. More zombies, more spiders, more parasites. Running home now would mean certain death, so I would have to find shelter inside the biosphere. I found the tallest building and scaled it as fast as I could. Then lit up the entire roof and barricaded the ladder up. But despite my best efforts, it wasn't long before I had company. Oh my god. Die! Jesus Christ! Just crawled up over the wall. But apart from that parasite and some spiders, nothing else attacked me before the dawn of day 12. On day 12 I explored the city, not without a few complications. Oh my god! Ah. The lads. Oh my fu- What are those things? They are filthy and nasty, and I want no part in any of this. You should really be more careful with your building plans, people. What the f- What? Unfortunately, the chests in this city were also empty. So for now, I was finished with this city. To hopefully avoid any possible enemy, I spent the night on the glass dome roof. Come on, moon. Piss off. And soon enough, it did. On day 13, I left that biosphere and found a small lost city nearby. Ah, it's a bit of a dump. Well, I'll be damned. Oh. Finding that was game-breaking. I could now improve my armor, weapons, and tools to actually stand a chance in this apocalypse. Another one. We don't really need to, but I'm greedy. Shortly after leaving the city, I made a pleasant discovery. Look at this. Actual living creatures. I finally had access to a satisfying meal. Ah, finally. Oh, whoops. Again, whoops. I had plenty of livestock back at base, so this was just free food. As night fell, I ran back through the city to the biosphere, where I spent the night on the rooftops, watching as the parasites evolved right in front of me. Oh my... What? Hold on a minute. Are you telling me that those little silverfish looking ass things turn into those? I left the city on day 14, eager to return home. But I realized I didn't know which direction was home. And while wandering around, I found a new kind of life. Yes, I've definitely gone completely the wrong way. What are these deer? That one is... He's eating something funny. Can I pick you up? Oh, it's alright. You can come with me. Oh, you like this. Yes, you want the seed, don't you? Gobble, gobble. Well, your friends are a bit dumb. I wanted to bring the turkeys back to base. I could eat them, and their feathers could be used for arrows later. But these little birdies would prove to be more trouble than they were worth. By nightfall, we were still outside, and we were quickly overrun. I had no choice but to escape to the nearby biosphere, where I stayed the night. The next morning, I went straight back for the turkeys, rounding them up with absolutely no issues whatsoever. While heading them back to base, I came across another little lost city. Hold on, boys. Papa's got something to do. And this one actually had loot in the chests. Whoa. Whoa. Pleased with my spoils, I spent the night inside the wall to avoid the zombies outside. I realized I might need a bit of help getting home. It was time to craft a compass. So on day 16, I ventured into a nearby ravine to get the resources. I had everything I needed when I suddenly received a strange transmission. What? What does 1 mean? I don't know what that means at all. I have no idea. I have no clue. It happened when I broke the ruby, so that's a hint, but no. In fact, the ruby had absolutely nothing to do with that transmission, and it was a complete coincidence that once I broke the ruby, I received it. The truth is, the 1 was a warning, telling me that there was a new evolutionary stage of the parasites that I could encounter now, and any subsequent numbered transmissions would indicate the same thing. But still unburdened by this knowledge, I crafted my compass, and set off towards home with the 2 turkeys that hadn't wandered off. But it wasn't long before I lost one to collateral damage. But that wasn't even the worst of it. What the fuck? You come here this instant, you fat bird. Seed? Come get the seed. Come get the seed. Quick, quick, quick. Come get it. Yes. Come on. Yes. Oh. I was gonna get that little bugger home if it was the last thing I did. But it wasn't long before the compass led us straight back to our biosphere. I'd been away 6 days, and a new threat was imminent. It was time for some upgrades. I tried using the bone meal from the city to make the tree grow faster so that I could build something off of it, but it didn't grow tall enough. So the enchanting room would have to be on the ground level. And soon enough I was enchanting, most notably an incredible triple shot bow. Whoa. And boots that allow me to jump twice. That's fun. Also really fucking annoying. Because it sometimes hurt to land, I put them away, but they would become essential in the future. Day 18 started just fine. I planted a perimeter of trees, expanded the tenant's housing space, and discovered I could make a canteen to hold more water on my journeys. About bloody time. But while organizing my chests, I heard a noise that gave me chills. Excuse me? What am I hearing? Oh my god! What the fuck is that? Die. Right now. No. No, thank you. No. What is... No. What is that shit? What is that? No. No, no, no. No, no, no. What is this? Infected flesh. I wanted to investigate, but night was falling. I would have to return the next day. I did some research on the flesh sample I got from the dead parasites, and discovered government blueprints to create weapons using them. I didn't have the materials yet, but I knew that I should pursue this avenue further. I returned to the cave intent on cleansing it of all parasites, and it wasn't long before I came across one. Oh my god! What? I discovered that the parasites could hide inside other creatures and reveal themselves once attacked. This would become a huge problem in the future. I cautiously ventured deeper into the cave, but only encountered a few of the small bug parasites, and quickly dispatched them. Oh, what's this? Topaz. I returned to the surface, and while feeding my tenants, I received another strange transmission. There it is again. What is that? 2. Should I be worried? Is that... I got the topaz gem. Is that part of the thing? Once again, I had conflated the discovery of a new gem with warnings about the arrival of new parasites. I decided to ignore it and work on my enchanting room, which I did well after nightfall. But I soon realized something was off. What the hell? Oh god. What the hell's that? Get off my fucking cows. Oh my god. Well, that's enough of that. Day 20 began with a short trip outside the biosphere. Oh my god! Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. That genuinely... Oh my god! You cannot do that to me. You actually cannot do that to me. I returned home and continued building, but it wasn't long before I found another parasite breach. How did you get out? Ah, that's fine. I need some more meat anyway. Oh my god! Whoa! Holy. Oh no. My cows are in... How many of those are infected now? Terrible fucking beast. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What was that? It stopped. Did you just eat that butterfly? No. I think we're gonna have to cull the livestock. Stupidly, I didn't. I wanted to still have access to fresh milk. And as bad of a day as that was, it was about to be an even worse night. This is cozier. Oh no. For reasons I cannot even begin to recall, I decided to extend my house during the blood moon. I can only assume it was a way to distance myself from the mobs and maybe survey them from above, but I almost died trying to build it. Oh, what the fuck? Despite this, I was set on getting higher. You just stay there, buddy. I don't want you to get hurt. Yeah, do your worst, you little shits. Oh! I cannot fall down there. I spent the morning culling any of the parasites that had lingered overnight. It turns out an evolved parasite with teleportation abilities had picked up an evolved spider parasite and brought it into the biosphere to kill me. They would have succeeded if not for nearby medics who managed to stabilize.
Is that
Me.
What the hell is that?
If night 20 showed me anything, it's that I needed a better base. It was time to build the cage. The cage is designed to keep things out while protecting those inside, and consists of a compact, elevated room with a ceiling high enough for people, but nothing larger. As the name suggests, fences are used instead of walls, to ensure visibility while preventing intrusion. Use gates on either side of the passage to ensure only you can use the cage, while also surrounding it with fences to ensure safe transit. That cannot be a good thing. On day 23, I discovered that the tenants were no longer dropping meat upon death. I decided to breed them, hoping their offspring would not have the same issue. I'd spent all my diamonds, so I made a mine shaft in the nearby ravine to get some more. After a day of mining, I ended up with 9 in total. Returning home, I discovered more parasites in sheep's clothing, but still elected not to cull. Need that milk. I decided to take an extra precaution and build a bunker underneath my base. But I stopped building as soon as I was warned of an imminent blood moon. I went straight up to the cage and boarded up the fences for extra safety, and then I made a diamond helmet. What did you just take a big fat red shit? Oh my god. Who just rang a bell? Someone just rang a bell. Okay, you are going first. Why do I hear boom boom? I should not be hearing boom boom. Many parasites had amassed over night 24, and it was time to deal with them. I need a flamethrower. This is ridiculous. Oh, yuck! Get that shit off my lawn. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Perhaps we do want to have leaves covering the whole damn roof. Oh my god. What? My diamond weapons were practically useless against the new parasite, but one shot from my bow finished it off, and the other one that showed up moments later. You just stole my... what? I don't think it's safe to be out here, but I... Okay, I think I killed whatever it was that was growing shit. Yes, I had in fact just killed the thing that was growing shit. It was also the thing that made the bell sound earlier in the morning. Ew! Ew! What the fuck is touching? Oh my god. No. Oh my god. Get inside, get inside, get inside. Oh no, we are not. We can't go out. We can't go outside anymore. Pig. Despite the obvious risks, I was feeling particularly charitable and brought a random pig not just into the house, but into the cage for its safety, ignoring the possibility that it may have been infected with a parasite. Tell me right now, have they infected you? Have they infected... Aw, you're too cute. And there's also just no way they've infected you. Sorry, my loves. You simply have to die. Okay, see? This is why you have to die. After finally culling my fraudulent tenants, I quickly saved my turkey. No, get away from me. You're coming with me. You're coming to the safe house. You two will be the last survivors. If I don't make it, come with me to ensure I have a pure specimen. You two are gonna have a baby. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, relax everyone. Just relax. Just relax. Oh my god. I didn't have to fight the parasites. I just had to grab the baby and get it to safety. But then I received the dreaded transmission. Oh no. I've got you. It's alright. You're safe now. By breeding up a new cow, I could still get that milk. And by keeping it in the cage, it would hopefully never be susceptible to parasites. I'm afraid. I didn't bring any games, so we're just gonna have to chat. After another red night, it was time to clean up the mess and dispatch the stragglers. No thanks, babe. Out of here. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I didn't have any arrows, so I'd have to use spears. I went up to the cage to get a better vantage point, and I could still see the disgusting green parasite ground behind the enchanting room. I was intent on destroying it, so I rushed over. Cautiously. It made a rather unpleasant squelching sound as I dug my pickaxe deeper into the dark, defiled land.
Simulation Experiment Log 144. In relation, the parasite. Variant name, the Mangicator. The Mangicator has the unique ability to hide in plain sight and kill its victims before they even have a chance to react. Its adaptive abilities render any method of damage useless over time, and its physical power will allow it to force its way into any place where a living creature might be hiding. Its mobility makes it virtually impossible to engage with on ground level. Even if you do manage to damage it, it can rapidly heal by taking the life of another. Do not under any circumstances engage with this demonic creature. It is surely a whisper from hell itself. Any interaction with it will certainly lead to your death.
So I left. It was better that way. At least that way I might have a chance of saving it one day. It was a nice base, but it was just a base. And it was more important to survive 100 days than to have it survive 100 days. I could rebuild. I'd go somewhere else. And maybe one day I could come back and eliminate the parasite completely. And save my friends. But for now, I had to leave. I had to finish what I started. I didn't bring the bed. We'll come back. We'll come back for everything. I saw that the parasite had spread outside my biosphere, but I didn't have time to think of that. Night would be upon me soon, and I had to leave. So I climbed atop the biosphere that I had spent the blood moon in many, many nights ago, built myself a small stone shelter, and stayed there for the night. As I cleared away my stone shelter on the morning of day 28, I realized I needed to get serious. I'd been treating this mission like a vacation, and it was time to get a plan. First, I needed a new base of operations. I found a perfect biosphere nearby, with an old road running right through it, meaning less trees to clear. A cityless biosphere would hopefully be more easy to defend, so long as I cleared all the trees. I kept chopping till the sun went down, and since I still didn't have a new bed, I spent the night on the other biosphere roof again. I spent the next few days landscaping, mining, and collecting food. It was a race against the clock to finish my new base, and every second counted. I wanted enough diamonds for a full set of armor, but I only had 6. So I made a powerful weapon instead, the Diamond Halberd. Though admittedly a dated weapon, in 14th century Europe it had allowed foot soldiers to contend with armored men on horseback. The pike head would keep the enemy at bay, and the axe blade could deal a fatal blow. It would hopefully do the same to an evolved parasite. I realized that the turkeys seemed perfectly immune to the parasite. I decided to designate it as the national animal of my new country, symbolizing defiance in the face of corruption. I didn't actually name the country, but I'm sure I'll think of something. I explored some of the neighboring lost cities and actually found loot. I even found a saddle and horse armor. Having a horse would be amazing for very obvious reasons. Curiously enough, I encountered very few zombies over these few days. It was almost as if they had sensed the presence of the parasite and knew to stay away. I was so confident I was alone that I spent the night outside on night 34. I woke up unscathed and alone. With my newfound confidence, I decided to venture into a biosphere with a lost city. It was eerily quiet, and I found no one and nothing. While walking back to the biosphere, I had a moment of deja vu when I saw some diamonds in a deep ravine. The sun was still high in the sky, but I didn't want to waste time, so I mined them up quickly. But while I was gathering the diamonds, I heard a noise. Oh my god! After that harrowing experience, I was alarmed to find even more zombies in a nearby building. Oh my god. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jesus Christ. Almost as if in retaliation to my arrogant sleep out, the zombies were now faster and took more hits to take down. Being out at night would no longer be an option. What kind of crack are these things on? Wow. Why didn't we make one of these ages ago? Okay. No. We actually cannot do this. We actually cannot do this. Oh my god. To be safe from zombies and parasites alike, I would need to build an awesome structure. Something as hostile and unwelcoming as the parasites themselves, striking fear in any creature who dared attempt to breach its walls. A pillar of hope in the eye of the storm, it was time to build the monolith. Oh my god! Building the foundation may leave you susceptible to attacks, but soon the sheer walls will be too high for zombies to climb. The monolith is exceptionally tall, with a ladder to reach the penthouse, where your bed is safely out of reach from intruders. Ensure that no holes in the wall are wider than one slab, preventing small enemies from breaching, but allowing you to use ranged and melee attacks through them. While the monolith should be impenetrable, prepare for the worst by creating the best gear available. The monolith is designed for functionality over aesthetics, so use any stone available, except cobblestone. That's fucking disgusting. Install light sources and slabbed flooring to mitigate mob spawning. Repeat building steps until structure is satisfactory or you have survived the apocalypse. As the blood moon set, I was pleased to see that the monolith had withstood the entire zombie invasion. I also watched with horrified fascination as they ripped each other to pieces trying to get to me. Nasty. I dispatched the survivors through a small hole on the ground floor, and then went out for a bit of recon. Oh, whoa. What is that disgusting thing? Nope. Every one of the things that I've ever seen has absolutely railed me. It seemed the parasite hiatus had been short-lived, and they had followed me to my new base. Oh, God. No, thank you. Although it had survived against a blood moon of zombies, I was more concerned about the parasites and was intent on finishing the monolith. I built 2 new floors using both iron bars and slabs for the windows. I also decided to build a bunker underneath the monolith for emergencies. But as I was digging the staircase down, I made a terrible discovery. I had unknowingly disturbed a nest of parasites directly underneath the monolith, and now they were after me, breaking through the ground to reach me. I sped up the ladder and went straight to sleep. While surveying the damage the following morning, I was horrified to see new parasites surrounding the monolith. They could have come from the hive, but I decided to shoot first, ask questions later. Somehow, the one I shot at knew exactly where I was and started bounding towards the monolith. I rained every arrow I had down upon him, but I already knew he was adapting to them, and they would do nothing. If I was going to kill this thing, I would need to get close enough to use my halberd to finish it. No more running. No more fear. As I descended the ladder, I could see he had already broken through the walls on the ground floor, and any damage from the arrows I had done, he was healing. No doubt by consuming a nearby zombie. I was still pelting him with arrows from the safety of higher floors, but then he did something no parasite had ever done before.
It pains me to say this, but we will not be reviving Agent 7, and any work involving the 100 Days Initiative will be terminated, effective immediately. The aim of the experiment was to determine not just if one could survive in the wasteland, but live. It is clear that is not the case. There were too many unforeseeable obstacles, and our info was made useless by the new variants of the parasite which have evolved in our absence. Our man on the ground put up a good fight, but there's only so much one man can do. I'm afraid we only have one other countermeasure against these parasites. You may fire when ready. I'm afraid you were right. He never stood a chance. Hey, if you're listening to this, then I'm gone already. I'm gonna be gone for a little while. I've got a new mission from the Queen, so, obviously I can't say no. It's gonna be a bit dangerous, I think. Something about, like, parasites and zombies and shit, so yeah, pretty hectic. Yeah, so obviously I'm going overseas to New Jersey or something, wherever they live. Like I said, it's gonna be dangerous. So, but they've got like countermeasures in place in case things go wrong. So I should be back in one piece. And I mean, she'd never let me go anyway. She's always had a soft spot for me. Anyway, I've been talking for way too long already. I'll be home before you know it. Bye.
Wallace.